Dímelo, mi gente. What up? It's your boy Gus from Gus Villa Jewelry. Back with another VVS podcast. Can we get a clap to kick off the energy? Let's go. That shit was...
That was probably one of your worst intros. You started singing. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm in the singing
Me
mood.
tengo
Guys, as you know, this is the VVS podcast, the very, very census. This is episode 13.
Wow.
We are doing this 13 consecutive times. As you guys know, every Sunday at 12 p.m., if you tune in to Spotify or YouTube or Apple, you will hear the very, very census podcast. It's 5 topics, 1 hour, 2 idiots. And this is the introduction officially. We debated on who was going to do it.
Yeah.
I decided on doing it. So we're going to do this right. Once again, as always, we have right next to me the coveted, the sought after, Miami's hottest DJ, the only DJ to get nervous when Blessed is on. Introducing, it's Melo the DJ. Let's go.
You finally got it right, dog.
Yeah.
Episode 13. It's the Dan Marino episode.
Yeah. Lucky 13,
and
my
Lucky
boy.
13, dog.
Yeah,
Lucky
hell yeah,
13.
hell
You finally
yeah.
got it right. At Melo the DJ.
At Melo the DJ.
Right? Or no?
You can follow him on And once again, honestly,
Yeah.
Let's
know
give
what's
some
gonna
flowers when flowers are due. Honestly,
Oh, yeah?
flowers
We're
are
gonna do
due
that
right now.
tonight.
Yeah,
Okay.
flowers are due. Guys, listen, we have ran through some of the worst, absolute worst
just really
producers of all time. Starting from Creep, everyone knows here. For the 16 of you guys that are still listening to this
Yeah.
podcast, it's one of the worst producers of all time is Creep, followed by possibly the worst producer of all time. He's the
Ever.
GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Ever.
He's the woke. He's the worst of all time.
He's probably the guy that would have given Alec Baldwin the gun.
Yeah. The prop gun? Hey, you're good.
You're good. Oh, come on, Babo, look at this. Put it to your head. You'll be all right.
And then we stumbled upon one of my best friends in the world. He is the glue that holds this
Literally.
whole thing together.
Literally.
We have talked about it off camera.
Yeah.
We are going to be introducing a camera so you can see just the
Gallo
fits,
cam.
the look. I mean, the guy is an all around one of the nicest dressers you're ever.
He's an
gonna see.
all-timer.
He's an all timer.
First ballot.
Yeah, first ballot. It's Gallo the producer,
baby. Let's
go.
go, dog.
That's mother effing go, dog.
He kept it casual Fridays.
Yeah. He wanted to let
Casual
us.
Fridays
And
today.
here's the thing: last week, my dad roasted you.
I want to talk about that.
Shout out to
Yo,
Odo55, my father roasting.
I'll tell you a story, dog. I wake up, right, and I check the YouTube channel, right, to see how we did. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe we did good this time. I don't know, And I see the comment, dog, and I'm like,
Oh my God!
Damn,
Did you know
dog.
it was my dad initially? No.
yeah, I knew it was your dad. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. We follow each other on Instagram
Oh,
and
okay,
everything.
okay,
We
okay.
send each other, you know what I'm saying?
Show
Memes
each
and
other
shit.
memes.
Like, yeah, inappropriate, like WhatsApp memes.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
those? You know what I'm talking about, right?
But
we
like
send
dad
each other
memes.
those. Yeah.
They don't really cross the line, but they're kind of like border. They teeter.
But they're edgy, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I
And my
wake
dad
up,
answers
I
ja. He doesn't LOL. It's ja.
It's ja. Yeah, every single time. So yeah, now it's a thing. Now it's become a thing. I was gonna bring it up. I was gonna definitely. I had it in my notes.
Oh,
that
did
I was
you?
gonna bring that shit
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I was like, damn, dog. Like,
You know what made it
tried
worse?
Me the first time indirectly. Now it's a beef. Like now it's a real.
Now
like,
that's just kind of on site.
Yeah. Now it's like on site, dog. Like like I hear
But
it.
also, who the like? Come on, Pablo. It's mid Feb, and you're still rocking the flan, dog. And my
But you
dad,
know, look at me right now.
nah,
I'm
that's,
rocking the flan right now. Is it
Yeah.
the color or is it the flannel?
It's the flannel. It's the
Period.
Flannel.
You can't
Period.
rock flannel? Pablo, it's been cold out here, dog.
Pablo, it's 77 degrees.
77
no,
degrees.
77.
Come on,
No,
guy.
but it's
That's
a little.
not even-
But here's the thing: with the wind, it gets a little chilly. Come
With
on,
the wind.
and that week wasn't 77. That week was like 59 degrees. And now look at me, I'm a little under the weather now. I should have probably worn an actual sweater, not a flannel. But here's the thing: I also look fly in flannel. My girl likes it. Honestly, that's what it is.
And there it is.
No,
Your girl
but like,
likes it.
now he threw the first shot indirect,
Yeah.
right, and it hit. It hit deep.
Yeah,
It hit
cut
deep.
deep.
Yeah,
It cut super deep.
Now he's like, no, I'm gonna double down. Now it's a thing. Now we have beef.
Now fuck your
Now
flannel.
go fuck yourself, dog. But then I realized one thing, dog. You know what I realized? Your dad loves me, dog. And because it's this culture between men where the more you love somebody, the more you roast them.
Oh.
So I woke up and I took the shot. Daca. Like cachetazo. Pa, here you go. Toma lo tuyo. And then I was like, oh man, like, oh, that's love.
That's love.
That's love.
That's love. That's super love.
We have this culture between us, between men.
Do you think that it's men, or do you think that it's a Hispanic thing?
No, I think it's a man thing.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
just a man thing. Because
Yeah.
it's very prevalent
Well,
in Hispanic
it's more,
culture.
maybe it might be. We might have started it, maybe.
Yeah,
What's
because
up, Latino
for
stand
instance,
up, baby, let's go.
Yeah. Brown pride, baby.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly.
But in all honesty, I think that the people that I am Also, let's talk about this, right?
Yeah, I'm curious to talk about it.
We healed a little bit last week with the whole culture of like making fun of each other because we drank, right? Yeah. This is this level
another layer.
Yeah, there's another layer to this, and we're gonna heal a little bit. I think that the people that I most love in my life as friends, as humans, outside of like the people that I can be my genuine self, that I don't have to worry about, like, am I this? Am I being too crazy? The people that I most love in the world is the people that I'm genuinely the most meanest to. Legit.
Yeah,
if people realized how we speak to each other, how we roast each other, dog, like, God forbid you do one thing wrong. I mean, I'm
the most minor thing.
absolutely light your ass up immediately.
Like, get real personal and real disrespectful, dog. Yeah.
And the worst part about it is that, like, if it affects you slightly, I'm talking about slight. Like, if I like, okay,
Here
look,
goes.
let me tell you. Let's tell
Go
the
ahead,
story
go,
so that people can understand. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, we got to the podcast. Pre-drinks at the pod, as always, and you had this one thing where you were like, on edge. You walked in there, you were like moving your hands and like, guys, we gotta start this podcast. We gotta start this podcast. We gotta start this podcast, right? And I was like, dog, what's up with this guy, bro? Like, just relax, dog. Yeah. And then I said one thing. I just threw it out there, dog, to see if it was like. I was like, oh, what's up? He's like, oh no, because Bless is gonna be that. I was like, oh, you're nervous. No, I'm not nervous, dog. I'm not.
I got worked up, and that's a fatal.
And immediately I was like, oh, he doesn't like that joke at all, dog. So what did I do?
It was a fatal mistake.
I absolutely doubled down on that joke to sit there and just grind it out, dog. To be like, oh, you don't
blood
like
in
that
the
joke?
water.
Yeah. Like, oh, you don't like that joke? Dog, espérate, dog. Here comes some more for you, dog. And that is ultimately some level of toxicity.
Yeah.
It
It's
has to
toxicity,
be.
but it's also love
It's
and
also
camaraderie.
love. It's also
Like,
love.
basically, like, when your dad commented that, he basically said, I love you, son. That's essentially what happened. I feel like we grew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
connection now.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Now he's starting to show love for me.
Yeah.
Now he cares for me. Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Papo,
Yeah.
you look like a tool wearing a red flannel. And it's January, 77 degrees. You're all sweaty.
Yeah. Está pasando calor.
Está pasando un calor, dog. Like, it's okay to take it off. You know what I'm saying?
Super. But I think also there are certain, I think at least in my friendship, like, or the people that I know, there's also people that can pull off that type of humor. And like, I think I get that from my dad too, where like I could sit there and talk some shit and everybody knows that I'm the shit talking guy of the group. You know what I mean? And then there's other people that can't really talk that shit. You know what I mean? Look,
They can't handle it.
Prime example. I'm not saying that he can't take it. What I'm about to say is that usually he isn't the guy who dishes it
Okay.
out, and it's Gallo the producer.
Gallo the producer?
The Gallo the producer isn't the type of guy who's gonna come up to you like when you're
I've
looking
said
like
some
shit.
crazy jokes
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he'll take them. He'll take
Yeah.
them. But he's not he won't come up to you like if you look horrible.
Yeah.
Like I'll immediately point that out. Immediately. Like you won't slip one corner. Like the minute let's say for instance we're gonna meet at a corner and
Yeah.
we're both walking. And I see you walk around one time and you're wearing the flannel shirt, but like you look like a fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah, like what is it, fucking Christmas?
Yeah.
And like
Immediately.
Gallo was there 10 seconds earlier being like, oh
Yeah.
shit, yo, dude,
Yo,
where'd you get
hey,
that
don't
shit?
fit.
It's
Hey,
kind
don't
of fly,
fit.
dog.
Don't fit. Yeah, that's
good
cool.
for you,
Like,
dog.
he's a lot more he's a lot more willing to give you a compliment as opposed to roast you. He'll take a joke, and then there's other people that could do it. And then I was gonna go on to one further that we also have those friends who can't take a joke. Who don't like.
You know what I'm gonna say?
We have that one friend.
I'm not gonna take the bait.
No.
Because he hates me already. He hates me already. So
we have that one friend who can't take a joke, and
yeah,
it's funner. But it's also like, to me, I'm a sicko, so I enjoy making fun of that one friend, like genuinely, who doesn't like to be made fun of.
But it's but here's the thing. I'm gonna ask you this: would you do it to somebody that you don't really like? I'm not gonna say fuck with like that, but like that you don't really care about that much. Like maybe somebody that you don't really love like that. Would you do the same? Because here's the thing: I've seen you also push strangers.
That was my thing.
Yeah, that was your thing. You used to push strangers.
I used to push.
It was with a purpose. It was always with a purpose. But do you think that like with someone that really doesn't mean anything, you would do the same thing?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't think so.
I don't think so
either. Yeah. I have to have. Look, I'm also about like, I think that my only skill in life in general is to be able to befriend a person immediately after meeting them. That's my one skill. It may be, people may say, oh, like you're cool on social media, like you may be comfortable behind the camera. That's not what I'm saying. I think my personal thing is kind of like what my dad has. Like you're able to befriend immediately after you meet them. That's it. That's my gift.
Yeah.
And there are some people that like, without me even knowing them, I crack a joke because I think that only really good friends joke to each other.
Yes.
So if you immediately make fun of someone in multiple times, you break down that wall immediately.
And you build a bond. Like literally, it sounds a little weird, but it's
90% of the time it works. But there are some times where you do crack that joke with someone who isn't necessarily ready for it, and they don't like it.
Yeah, like Mikey the Midge.
No.
I couldn't hold it.
You baited me. You baited me. I can't stop. Stop forcing me.
Yeah, you want me to say it? I'll say it.
It's our boy. He's a little small. He's a little small.
He's small. Whatever. Who cares?
And he's a midget. Whatever. Fuck him.
So we call him. His name is Michael. He's a midget. Mikey the Midge. I mean, that's the reality.
Yeah, but the point is, but like I said, like I've been stuck in situations where I've said something thinking that this guy's gonna be cool, because also, you know what also sucks? When I meet someone who's super boys with someone that's also my boy, by extension, you are now my boy as well.
That's what happened
Gallo
with
the producer. Gallo the producer, right? He is my boy, but now all of a sudden, by my boy, now he's your boy immediately.
Both of y'all.
Because we can't just like joke around like me and I was like, oh no, don't say that in front of him. Like, no, just say whatever the fuck you want in front of him. I'll give you a perfect story. The day that our boy had a baby.
Yeah.
And he has that one boy, you know who I'm talking about. And we thought he was super cool. And we're like, oh, let's go get coffees downstairs. And we started beasting on the elevator. And we were like, oh, like stop being a bitch, dog. Like, because he was like, we were like, oh, we should go downstairs and get drinks. And he's like, nah, man, like he just had a baby upstairs. And we're like, come on, bro, stop being a fucking little bitch, dog.
No, we were on top of our game that day, dog. Like I upset our boy.
And he was super overwhelmed in the elevator. He didn't like let's go get a drink. Of course we were going to go get a drink. Of course not. But the point is, we were pushing him, and he was just like, nah, dog. Like, nah, listen, this. Like, he's upstairs.
It hasn't been the same since then.
It has never been the same.
Was.
And the crazy part about it is that because he's an extension of our boy, we thought we could talk to him like that, and it's not like that, dog.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think like what you said, like, oh, it's the Latino culture to like roast people or like talk shit, and I don't think it's necessarily a Latino culture. There might be a certain section of people that do that show love that way, because that's what I take from it. Like I said, I take from it that if you love somebody like that, like that's your boy, then you're gonna roast him, dog. Like there's memes about that.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the wrestling meme?
No.
Like Shawn Michaels, and like it's like Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's like my boy who's like super cool, me, and it's like Stone Cold just fucking throwing and Shawn Michaels just like, what, dog? Like that's the thing. Like anybody that I roast is because I fuck with you. Why did I fuck with Mikey the Midge? Why did I call him Mikey the Midge in the first place? Because that's your boy, dog, and by extension,
to be fair, I
love him.
Mikey the Midge.
Yeah, you call him, and I
was like, hey, bro, just don't call him Mikey the Midge in person.
But
what does he do? Immediately called him Mikey the Midge.
I had called him Mikey the Midge for like a month too, though.
I
had called him Mikey the Midge for a while, and then I was like, damn, like I felt like there was gonna be more of a connection, dog. And he was like, and then you were like, oh. He really doesn't like it.
Yeah. And again, like, look, dog, like we were talking. This is interesting because like we were talking with one of my boys who also is like a part of my group of friends that like And not to say that one group is better than the other, but do you ever find yourself in life in general that there are a group of friends that you can chill with in a certain way that can see a certain side of you, and another group of friends, I'm not saying one is better than the other,
Right.
another group of friends that also can see a different side of you, and you never mix those friends. For a very, very long time, Gallo the producer never met you. Because we weren't that type of group of friends. I was a certain type of way with him that I was with you. And I still have those friends. Like, for instance, I have one of my friends who I rarely talk to anymore, but he's still one of my boys who's a pottery guy. And he's a super artsy, super liberal dude who's a vegan.
Mingo.
Vegan thing. And I would never hang out with you guys all together. Because it's just not.
It would be overwhelming.
And yet he sits there and he knows a side of me that I will never show to you guys. Because
You're a
whatever.
fucking pussy.
You do pottery, you pussy ass bitch.
Fucking, what do you guys fucking do? The what's that movie called?
Melody, Ghost.
You guys fucking ghost each other?
Demi Moore. All right, Demi Moore.
All right, Demi. Who's Demi? Who's top and who's bottom, huh?
You know what I'm saying? So like those type of jokes would happen. And like me and him have some introspective depth, pussy ass bitch ass
super pussy ass bitch conversation.
Shout out to pussy ass conversation.
But you also need that. You know what I'm saying? You need some pussy bitch conversation, though.
And here is a perfect example. Your boy G the P here, dog, has a whole side of friends of which he never introduces me. Me, right here. This guy right here. I'm not resentful or anything.
You guys have a whole handshake.
but every time he mentions
not that it bothers me or anything.
You know, whatever. I'm cool about it. I'm not worried about it.
Whatever.
Yeah, he has a whole group of friends of which he's never introduced me to. Dog, I see him. Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait a minute.
Prime example right here.
Go ahead.
When he told you guys that Renfest story.
The Renfest. Yeah, that's what I was going to bring that shit up.
Did he invite you? Because he didn't invite me. Why didn't he invite you?
I found out
because I fucking know better. You sons of bitches. The fuck? You're going to be fucking, you want to go to a Ren Festival?
Can you imagine though, in all fairness, if we would have like known about it, first of all, if he would have said the week before, I got a Renaissance festival to go. Papo, that would have been 7 days of hell.
Here's the thing, dog.
Because I know better.
If I show up with my ticket in my hand, looking gangster, and I see fat, stupid Gallo producer with a fucking cape on, dog. Come on, dog. I'm roasting you immediately, dog.
Mind you, this was after he didn't hit record on the podcast that we did. So you were already annoyed. Now you see him walking in with a cape on.
With a cape, dog. Talking fucking stupid shit. And I'm just sitting there, dog. But here's the thing. This is what I'm talking about. There's your boys that you could do that with. Guess what? All of his other boys, they're super supportive, dog. They come in there fully decked out, Renfest out.
Supportive.
They look like
Renfest.
Rembrandt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're chilling, dog. Everybody's doing the shit. Oh shit, Gallo, raw ass cape, son. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know if raw ass cape, son,
that wouldn't have come out. But like in their whatever weird little nerdy way,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There are some friends, like for instance, with my boy Domingo, shout out to Domingo from Mingo Makes It Pottery.
Mingo Makes Pottery. Let's get
that guy, if we sit there and have conversations, I could talk to him about like some serious deep shit, and he could talk to me about some serious deep shit, and we'll have these super and not that I can't have those with you, but the type that I have with him.
I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah.
It's all right. Like whatever. Now you just shit on me. It's okay.
No.
Whatever.
What I'm saying is that there are certain people that you could do that with, and there are certain friends that you could do that with, and there are certain friends that you just can't do that with. Like I could talk to Mikey the Midge.
Right.
Shout out to Mikey the Midge. I could talk to him about like real serious business shit. And he'll give me some advice on some real serious business shit. And not that you can't. What I'm saying is that there are certain people that you can or just have different relationships
just say
with.
it. Just say it. You can't.
You're a fucking loser. And I don't respect your opinion.
Yeah, no, that's okay, dog. That's okay. That's
Yeah,
okay.
that's all right.
Yeah, I think it's that. I think it's having definitely a different group of friends. But
Do you have that group of friends that you don't hang out with us with?
No,
You kind of do.
Here's the thing. I do, but I'll let them hang out. Like I'll throw them to the wolves. That's the thing is maybe I should learn to like dial it down and have a little more balance because I'll throw them to the wolves. Like I'm the same way with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying
and maybe no. I'm not saying that I'm out here like I'm super pure and I'm no. I don't mean that. I mean that in a bad way.
yeah. I get what you're saying.
You get what I mean, dog? Like the way that I'm with you, I'll roast other friends that I know can't handle it, just so that I could come back here and be like, oh yeah, dog. There was this friend of mine, dog, que le metí tremendo, you know what I'm saying, palo, and he was upset and all this, like. Maybe I should dial it down, I think. You know what I mean?
No, like I said, I mean, I just know how to balance those people. Like I wouldn't be able to roast some of my friends that I just know can't take it. So it's just like the relationship doesn't have to be about that. It doesn't have to be about roasting each other. It doesn't have to be that.
It does.
I enjoy that more. I enjoy that. You know what I mean? But one of the biggest like things is just you have to kind of select your way. And maybe I've always been that way. And maybe I just don't join my friends like that. And maybe I should. Maybe I should just be like, yo, this is the way I am. But
maybe not.
Also, you have to have those necessary evils where you just have to have like maybe I just don't roast my boys like that and they can't take a joke, but they could also fulfill my overall mental health of friendship in another way, and I just have to.
And that's all right.
And then I just have to.
No, you're right. No,
yeah. Like I'll never ask you, oh, let's go cycling. But with Mingo, I don't care. I'll dress up in my lycra. We'll go out. It's like a bunch of fat idiots.
I've never even seen you in lycra.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's a huge part of your life.
and cycling is huge. That's what I'm saying.
And I think it's so.
Like Gallo, the producer, is that one hybrid that has both.
Yeah.
He has the introspective. He can also roast. But he also won't judge me if I show up in lycra. He'll just be like,
and you know what's crazy? Even at that, like, back to giving him his flowers, he was the one that volunteered to be a part of this. So you wouldn't even have brought him in here. Because I remember there was one time where we needed a guy, right? Because Creepy and Jerry are just the absolute worst, right? Obviously, we know that. And you were like, nah. You literally were like, nah. And whatever. And then when he volunteered, you told me.
No, let's if we're giving him flowers, let's give the full flowers. He reached out to me because the thing is, again,
I just did a whole Joe Biden. I couldn't finish my sentence. I was like,
you know what I'm saying?
You fool me, you can't get fooled again.
You can't get fooled again. This guy, he came on. He heard the podcast, but the thing is, again, because he was always that group of friends. Before you come here, this is the most time you guys have ever hung out because he was merged into that group of friends for a while. Like I just didn't know if he was gonna like watch the podcast. He does his own thing. He's a loner, and that's cool. I've understood that many years. It doesn't make him anything. It's like those friends, dog, that like you can go 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. It doesn't matter. You don't have to reach out to them all the time. He was married basically for 9 years of his life. I didn't see him for months. Sometimes I can count on a hand, less than a hand, a 3-hand, a German 3, Gleisen. How many times I saw him in a year, and it didn't matter. When I saw him, it's love, right?
Yeah, obviously.
So he reached out to me, and let me just tell you something. Now that we're giving flowers, before we even thought about having topics, before we even thought about any of this shit, he was the one who was just like, yo, I got better topics. Like, I have better material. Like, this is what you guys should be doing. And he was the only one to challenge us on what we were doing. And because of it, we've gotten better. So shout out to Gallo the producer. Bring it in. Can we get into the topics?
Look at him. No, he's going to start crying over here. What are you? You all right, Gallo? Like, come on, man. It's not that serious.
Speech.
Gay.
And there it is.
Bro, I mean, I know we've been ranting, but I'm going to keep the rant going because at this point, who cares, dog? An embarrassing moment that happened in my life.
Oh, this is the story that you didn't want to tell us before you can tell us on. Okay. Ooh, I'm ready for this.
Bro, so there's this party. Here's the thing. I'm not going to name any people, parties, or anything like that, right? So everybody knows I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, nobody knows you're a DJ. All right, cool. Yeah, sure.
Everybody knows that this is what I...
No, he's Alex Sensation. Well, you guys,
as you know, obviously my syndicated...
I'm a DJ.
So there's this party that's I've always thought it was super cool, and I've gotten the opportunity to do it. And it's like I value it, I caress it, I make sure that everything is good with it, right? It didn't go so good. And it went good in terms of DJing, it went good. But whatever, man. So I was at this party, and it's thrown by this DJ who's actually DJ of the year
DJ?
last year.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like I respect him so much as a DJ, right? And he's super cool. He's a super nice guy. That's one of the a guy that I wouldn't be able to joke around like that because he's just such a wholesome person. Very nice. He'll let you ride with whatever it is that you're going with, you know, all this stuff, right? So I go DJ this party. One of my friends, who's another DJ as well, producer, he does house music and he does stuff for like El Alfa and Carnage and all this stuff, right? So he shows up and he's like, "Oh yeah, what's up, bro? Like, good to see you. I didn't even know you were here."
He's like a promoter.
Yeah, no, he's a DJ.
Oh,
He's a DJ and a producer, and he's produced some like really dope stuff. Like I'm saying, like he's not small time. No, he's not small time. And it's a guy that I've seen him grow, and he's done all the right things, and you know he's doing his thing.
Fire.
So he was like, "Dude, I didn't even know you were here today." Whatever. So I was like, "Bro, come hang out, bro." Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, "Oh, I'm with these 2 chicks," and I was like, "Oh, bro, bring them, dude." Like, you know, I didn't have anybody with me, so I'm like, "Yo, come, they can hang out over here, no problem, no heat, let's get it." You know what I'm saying? So he's like, "Yo, they're like mad tall." I'm like, "Okay, like who cares? Like, what do you like? You got Shaq and Mutombo here? Like, who cares if they're mad tall?" They were mad tall. What?
Wait, what's mad tall?
They were my height.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
and now they're wearing heels, so they're like 6'5".
My.
Yeah, they were actually grossly tall.
Amazonian.
Yeah, he doesn't watch this podcast, so like, you know,
who cares?
But whatever, who cares? So, you know, he brings them up, and I'm like, "All right, dog, cool, no problem. They're tall. They're really tall. They're I get it." He comes, and you know, him being a DJ, like, he's also aware of like how this works. Like, yeah, you can come hang out in the DJ booth, but there's a DJ booth etiquette, right? Like,
Is there?
there's a DJ booth etiquette. You can't be out here bothering the DJ while he's DJing. Or, you know, like if you bring a drink, like the equipment that we have is $6,000, $7,000, $10,000. You know, make sure not to put your drink over the DJ, over the equipment.
Okay.
You know,
I get what you're saying.
all these different things. So
Here come
these 2 broads that
These
are
2
like
tree stumps.
at this point are 6'5", right?
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Dude.
yeah, they were tall. They were really tall. They were tall. They were from out of town. And one of them was cool, but the other one was really, really, really hammered.
Oh,
Like really badly hammered. So she was like, she has like a 7-foot wingspan. So when she's like dancing, like she could have hit me with her right elbow and hit my boy with her left.
If she's voguing, she's bumping
like,
into you.
Bailoteo, she would have. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm a guest DJ at this very popular party that like DJs will. Every time I say, "Hey, I'm gonna DJ this party," they're like,
"Oh shit,
damn, you're gonna DJ that party?"
Oh
dog?
shit,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have to act right. And I didn't know any of this was gonna happen, you know. So she comes, she's drunk. Now she's dancing. Like next to the other DJ, and now yo tengo una pena, dog, because she has her drink over the DJ equipment.
Oh my god! And this is the people, you know, your boy. That's why she's in there.
Yeah.
So you're partly responsible for these 2 Amazons.
I'm 100% responsible.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, because he doesn't know who the other boy is.
Yeah.
All this stuff. So I was like, oh my god.
But what do you do? What do you do as a DJ there? Like, what's your thing?
And this is the part. This is my point in all this. That's a funny story. Like, the story is funny, but my point in all of this is like, I'm too nice, dog. Like, I should have been like, "Oh yeah, you gotta go." That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You cannot act like this in the DJ booth. Like, period. You gotta go. But I was like, you know, it's my boy's friends and all this stuff. And
yeah, I think that a lot of people, like, in general, when you talk about any sort of job that you have, I'm talking about like from Gallo the producer to you as a DJ to you as a whatever. There are certain things, and this goes out to a lot of people that have businesses that are in business situations. There is such a huge fault that a lot of people fall into when it comes to separating something that is a business decision as opposed to just being the nice guy, or like having too much pride, or just doing it because you're the nice dude. At the end of the day, whatever it is, whether it be your brand, whether it be your label, whether it be whatever it is that you're doing, You have to separate what is business and what is actual, like, just pleasure,
And
right?
if you have to be a dick about
and you
it,
have to be a dick about it.
I haven't learned that.
There
That's
are
my
certain
thing.
situations, bro,
Yeah.
where I genuinely have to be in a room where there is a bunch of people that I have insane loyalty to. And I have to, because the business requires it, turn around and say, hey, brother.
Go fuck yourself.
You have to go fuck yourself, dog. Because that's just the way it is,
Yeah.
bro. And I hate that that's just the reality of it. But the sooner you can tell those two Amazons to get off that PJ booth is like the most you could protect your image. Because guess what? What if those chicks would have like been fucking doing the Macarena, spill a drink over there, and guess what? Now that's your fault.
Yeah.
Now you look like the jerk off.
yeah.
And it's because you have to personally say, hey, brother, this is a business call. You're in the DJ booth, act accordingly, or get the fuck out. And that's just it.
Yeah.
And that goes, and that applies to anybody doing any kind of business. If this is business, then you do the right call. If it's not, then cool. Dog, if that's not your homeboy, who gives a shit what she's doing in there, dog? Get your girl wild out, throw drinks, throw shots at the DJ. Who cares? You didn't put yourself in there.
Yeah.
However, if it's a business call, you got to do it, bro.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was to the point that like one of the servers came up to me and was like, at some point in the night, was like, you want me to get her out of here? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, get her out of here.
She must have been wilding. She must have been super wilding.
It was just like, oh man, she was super wilding.
Yeah, she was
and like,
super
again,
wilding.
like, you know, I'm there once every couple months.
Yeah.
You know, so I
Yeah.
can't come in here with this storm of shit.
Yeah.
You
and
know what
and
I
not only
mean?
that, dude, it's your fucking brand, bro. It's
Yeah,
your brand.
exactly,
It's
dude.
it's how you look at
Exactly.
things. It's how you are over.
It's how people are gonna perceive you, man. And
Right.
perception is reality, no matter what. Like, I haven't seen my boy in such a long time, and it was mad love, and like that's why I wanted it to be like love.
Yeah.
But like, I also like assume like people know, like, bro, there's an etiquette in here, dog.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't come and do that shit. Like,
No, hell
like
no.
if I had people out here that were acting a fool, I would fucking kick them out myself, bro.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like don't do that, dog.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
and here's the thing, I hate the fact that I've been that banged up homeboy, but also, bro,
But
can I
that's-
tell you? No, wait. Can I
ahead,
tell
go,
you?
go, go,
Can
go,
I
go.
tell you something
ahead.
that is a criticism of you? And it sucks that it is a criticism.
This
of
is gonna
you,
be the
but
Dan
it's
Marino
also,
episode
No,
here,
but shut
Gallo,
up. But
dog.
listen to me. Shut up. This is a criticism of you, but it's also a beautiful thing of you, and it goes both ways. It's like a double-edged sword. You are
It goes both ways,
at a
like Gallo, the
fault. Yeah.
producer. No, he doesn't go both ways. I'm kidding.
No, he does.
No, he does. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Because he's gay. The thing about it is like, and I have a fault, and maybe that's why we're like friendshiply attracted to each other. That was the gayest shit I've ever
was
said.
so
That was the gayest shit I've ever said.
gay.
That's
Gay. Put the gay filter on.
Super gay.
super gay. I think that a lot of the things that you do, and this is like some heartfelt shit, a lot of the shit that you do in general is because you are deathly loyal to whoever you're around. 100%. And I do the same thing. And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to compliment you by complimenting me. What I'm saying is I see a lot of the things that I do. There are a lot of friends that I have that are absolute pieces of fucking shit. Garbage humans, dog. And the same way you are, it doesn't matter. They're my boys. So guess what? We're going to ride with them, dog. And if they're doing dumb shit, we're going to laugh with them. And everyone's like, dog, how can you be boys with this fucking idiot? And I don't give a shit because I've been in my situation many times when you have genuinely good friends of yours in the business industry. And I'm over here sitting on my high horse talking about, oh, business is business, Gus. You shouldn't do this business. But guess what?
Separate it.
Yeah, separate them. You should be able to tell
And here we
when
go.
it's business.
Open up your
But-
LLC.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden I'm a fucking business guru.
What voice is that?
I don't know. But I've been in situations where you should have told me to go fuck myself because I was being obnoxious. I was pushing the DJ.
Super.
Remember that
The
one time?
GMs.
I was pushing GMs, people that you have strong business relationship.
Yeah,
and
dog.
he's your stupid fat Indian
Nut
homeboy
checking, grabbing their
yeah,
nipple.
Yeah.
I've seen- trust me.
because I'm banged up, and guess what? You ride. You ride. Like,
Right,
that's my
I'm
boy.
out
Dog.
here,
Nah,
dog.
he's drunk.
He's drunk, yeah.
And you put yourself on the line
yeah.
for my dumb ass, and that's what you have to stop doing.
But anyways, you should have never done it.
You shouldn't do that because it's not right. And so you're my dumbass.
No. And so I bring it up because, you know, my boy, it was an elephant in the room, right? With the DJ that throws this party, right? But he is so nice. Same thing. He's probably the same way. He's so nice that, like, he didn't say anything to me.
Yeah.
He was very cordial. He was
but
very,
you
like,
ride for your boy, and
Right.
the Amazonians are gonna stay
And
because that's your because
But
they're
he
your
also-
homeboys, homegirls.
So like now it's like, you know, I'm gonna show him this podcast and I'll be like, hey, I talked a little bit about that night. I'm sorry, brother. Like, I hope I get another chance.
Give me one more chance, Biggie. Give me one more chance.
No, but it ended up being a really good night, and you know, whatever. We killed it, dog.
Yeah,
we killed
yeah.
it. You know who didn't kill it?
Who?
The NBA All-Star game.
Oh my God! Fucking go!
How does he do it?
Oh man, it's like watching Picasso, man.
It was like watching the guy do the 16 chapels. You know what I'm saying? All 16
Who's that
of them.
guy? Who's that guy? Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. One of the most famous, if not the most famous artists. Go ahead.
It was Tipo Ese. He did the
It was
thing.
like that guy. What?
It was 16 chapels that he did, right?
No. It's called Sistine. Not 16 chapels.
Anyways, I'm that guy. I did the 17th chapel.
Yeah, it's Michelangelo, by the way. Anyway, go ahead.
So the All-Star game
that
sucked.
shit. Here's the thing, man. That shit caught me so off guard.
I know it did.
I was so into that conversation we were having,
Yeah.
and then you just smoothed in topic number one.
Topic number one.
It's honestly, you know, I compare it to The Starry Night by Vincent Van Gogh.
What was that art, the
Vincent Van Gogh.
That was
That's
that
another
was
one.
that?
Yeah,
That was
that's another one by
Okay,
him.
cool. You
Yeah.
see, I know something.
Yeah,
I know a little bit of
that's another
something.
Vincent Van Gogh.
You know
No,
what I'm
the
saying?
Mona Lisa? Is that
No,
what you
no,
mean?
no.
the Mona
The
Lisa
alien
guy,
going
like
like
a-
this, and he's like a super long extended area. Look it up. Vincent
Come
Van
on,
Gogh,
man.
alien
Come on,
face.
Gallo. I
Do
thought
it,
you
Gallo, the
knew.
producer, while he pulls that up. You're talking about the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa was by Leonardo da Vinci.
Da Vinci?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
who
of course.
cares, dog?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Who cares? Basquiat,
Anyway,
whatever. Dog.
Okay, Basquiat. Come on.
Come on. What do you mean?
Well, we're not artists. Domingo would appreciate that.
That's why I keep you away. You don't even
That's
know
why
who
you're
did
not. You don't even know about Basquiat.
You'd expect me to bring you around my other cultured friends.
We drink around, drink cheese, and look at Basquiat. You fucking fat loser.
I am a fat loser, but who cares? The All-Star game has sucked. Did you watch it? Exactly. I used to always watch All-Star games. It was such an amazing moment. There was even the three-point contest, the skills challenge, the slam dunk contest, which was abysmal.
You got a 10-minute timer, Gallo.
Yeah. So, and then the All-Star game itself, because the All-Star game I already knew wasn't gonna be good. I didn't even watch anything else. I was not interested. And this is probably the first or maybe even second year that I don't care. And I love sports. Like, bro, I'll watch midgets playing fat people in soccer, like just to like get my sports fix. But that's unwatchable.
If it's like
So,
March
a sports,
2nd on a Tuesday.
yeah, but that's like unwatchable even for a sports fanatic, bro. And it's so sad to see.
But why? Because there's no defense.
They don't care anymore, and I blame it. And I know I'm beating a dead horse here. I blame it on the Gen Z culture. They don't care anymore. They want to like not play. Bro, they don't want to play 65 games in one regular season. They're complaining about that kind of like that type of stuff. Let alone put any effort in an All-Star game, bro. You're getting paid millions of dollars. We spoke about something like this earlier tonight. Like you're getting paid millions of dollars. I understand that you could get hurt. I understand all these different things. But Michael Jordan did it. Dominique Wilkins did it. Larry Bird. Like everybody would show up. Kobe Bryant would show up.
Yeah, but
And
they would
show
also
up
wouldn't
for
play.
the fans,
They would just.
No, they wouldn't.
They
Yes,
only played the
would
fourth
play.
quarter.
No, they would play. I mean,
Yeah, they only played
were
the
they
fourth
playing
quarter.
as hard as if it was Game 7 of the NBA
can't.
Finals?
No,
absolutely not. But they would put some effort for the fans, bro. Like you're talking about showcasing the best of
But
the
did
best.
they not play for? I didn't see
No,
it,
bro,
so I
they
don't know.
dropped. Bro, there was a team that I don't even know because I didn't. But there was a team that dropped. I don't know if it was East or West that dropped 211 points.
Yeah, so then they're not playing defense. I mean, but again, notoriously, the All-Star game never plays.
I understand there's no 211 points. I watched like little bits and pieces of highlights. They were not even running up and down the court at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're complaining about like, oh, we don't like. There was this. I don't know who it was that said it. Maybe Gallo, you know that
Gallo
there was
P.
one player that's super Gen Z and was like, we don't really want to put effort in this game. Literally came out and said, we're not going to put effort in this game.
It doesn't mean
And
anything.
that's just what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you think that then they should like force the effort? Because, you know, MLB does
They do
where,
the whole-
yeah, exactly, yeah.
I think they should do something like that, man. Like this is for the fans. Like sports is for the fans. Showcasing an all-star game. Why do we do an all-star game in the first place? It's to showcase the best of the best. But if the best of the best aren't putting any effort, then what are we doing? Then scrap the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't.
It's almost like the
it.
Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl, they said, you guys aren't putting effort. We shouldn't get anybody injured. Let's
but
do
then
flag.
They switched it up, right? But
Yeah,
I
you
understand football because football is more of a physical game. And yeah, bro, I mean, Sean Taylor absolutely ripped off
kicker.
a punter
A punter is
which was
insane.
amazing.
Yeah.
But also, I understand, like, if these guys don't want to get hurt, there's millions of dollars on the line. There's a whole career. I understand that. But, like, man, like, if in the past we were able to have a balance between
I get what you're saying.
not getting injured but also being competitive, why can't
Yeah.
we do it now?
Yeah.
Just because Kobe died doesn't mean that we have to leave competition out the door,
Right,
dog. Like,
right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right,
Like,
right.
I feel like he was the last one to like say like, yo, we have to compete out here.
Absolutely, he was like the last one to.
He was the
to
last
say
one,
that.
and now you know he kind of set that standard. Now he's kind of like, I don't want to make it deeper than what it is, but like it's true. Like ever since he like passed away, like all these Gen Zers are like, oh well, we don't have a standard to uphold, and that's because LeBron James is a little bitch. Also, you know, I'm gonna say this out in
Let me tell you
on
something.
camera.
No. I look to. I love the LeBron. Because
LeBron,
because he is a little bitch. Let's keep it a buck. He's a little bitch. And whatever, he disrespected Miami. We'll never forgive that. Never thank the fans.
forgive it.
Never
Never
thank the
thank the
fans.
fans.
He's a bitch ass dude. He's always been a
He's a
bitch ass
bitch.
dude. I don't care if he brought me a championship.
No.
If you left,
brought
putting
you
your
two.
back to
Not
this
one.
city,
He brought you
it's
two.
305
Yeah, but he
till I
also
die.
choked away
I
another
don't
one.
care. I don't care. Yeah, whatever. We'll agree to disagree.
Yeah.
The point of
Okay, there's also some reports out there that he might be coming back here.
If he comes, okay.
he's not going to come back here. He's not
If
going to
he
come
comes back, first of all, Pat Riley would never
He
allow
would never
something
allow
like
it
that to happen.
even though he's publicly said. Pat Riley said he publicly said
But
he
that's
would.
good because Pat Riley, he plays the media game.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm
but
not
he's
saying-
never gonna come back here.
He's never going to come back. Never
He's
gonna
not
come back.
culture. Never has.
Never
been culture.
has been.
We've taught you how to
culture.
win.
He's never has been culture.
Spo, he wanted Spo fired.
Come on, bro.
Spo's top
You're
10
a
greatest
loser.
coaches
You're
of
a
all
loser. He's
time,
the first.
bro.
He's
Let's be
top 3
serious.
of all time. He's going to retire.
Yeah,
top 3 of all
exactly.
time. Get the fuck
And
out
you
of here.
wanna come out-
But
whatever, go
to
ahead.
your point, what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate because I get the argument. Yes, I used to watch the All-Star game, but it used to be as known. The first quarter was a joke.
Yeah.
Everyone was just doing layups, 360.
But it was
that's
also
always been the
still
case.
really cool
Yeah.
because they were going out of their way to do cool things, right? To do a windmill, to do a under the
that
legs,
was
to do a cool
fun. That
pass.
shit was cool.
Like that was still cool. Like they're not even doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't watch the game, so I didn't know. But I could just tell you that, like, off rip, I'm so not interested in it because if you aren't at the very last minute, okay, cool. Like, all right, it's like a chick, right? That like sits there and makes you pay for the dinner. Right? Okay, cool. We're gonna pay for dinner. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna crack stupid ass jokes because let's keep it a buck. Her jokes aren't they're not that funny, dog. Like they're not that funny, right? We're laughing, you're kicking it up. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, you know that you're gonna smash at the end of the night. You're gonna see them titties, dog. Right? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
what it
pay
is.
for dinner. Oh, you want to
laugh
go?
at the
Let's,
jokes.
I love to walk on the beach at night. All right, I love it
beach,
too.
yeah.
Here you are walking on the beach.
I love it too.
walking on the beach
With
like
your-
a fat
with your
idiot.
shoes in your
with my
hand.
shoes in my hand. And I got sand in my socks, and I hate that. You know what I mean?
And I hate sand so much.
That's the second quarter, right? Here comes the third quarter. Oh my God, let's just get in the water.
Let's
I
get-
love it. Oh, so here you are taking out my shirt like a fat fucking idiot. Now I look like a whale, right? Now sharks are potentially biting
Jellyfish.
me.
I got bit by a jellyfish once.
Jellyfish,
Yeah,
right? And you're at
yeah,
night, and it's
yeah.
South Beach, and the lights are off, but you're like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna smash. Fourth quarter's coming, right? Fourth quarter's coming, right? It is what it is. If I have to eat 3 hours of this bullshit, walking on the beach with my shoes in my hand, Pablo, I gotta smash. So if you're telling me the All-Star game is 3/4 of that, and I don't at least get 1/4 of the best players in the game, going at it, dog. Going at it. Look at me, camera. This is me going at it. If I don't see that,
you're like a listener, man.
If I'm not at the beach, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch it.
Imagine going through 3/4.
3/4, and then the last.
I'm gonna get.
Because,
you know
dude, when Kobe was there, let's keep it a buck. When Kobe was there,
bro,
hardcore defense on LeBron. I got LeBron. In an All-Star game. I got LeBron,
and I'm gonna lock.
And I'm gonna lock his ass out. I'm gonna go full court press.
Full court
and
press.
I'm gonna swat his ass at the fucking end.
Do shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna. No. I don't care if this is all.
I'll take it a step further. Do you remember Michael Jordan's last?
Of course. That's what.
And it was a whole thing.
That's
and
what
like
I'm
Michael
saying.
Jordan with the last shot.
Come on, talk to me.
And people, but people were guarding him. Like it wasn't even
saying.
like. Nowadays, Gen Z would have been like,
if we were to watch that game, is what I'm trying to say. If we were to watch that game, the same thing happened. The first quarter, the third quarter, it's all bullshit. But let me walk down the beach. Let me pay for your dinner. Let me laugh at your stupid ass fucking jokes. But I'm going to smash at the end of the night. And the fourth quarter, I want to see some defense. I want to see the best players. I want to sit there and put a cheat code in NBA Jam TE. I want to put the best players against the best players, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, dog.
But
that's
give me that.
What the All-Star game was about. Because, you're watching sports and all the stars are in their particular teams. Now it's like, okay, so let's grab all the best of the best. That's the whole point of it. Let's grab the best of the best and see what happens here. I understand
1000%.
injury. I understand all this. But like now these guys are like, nah. And like now they want to even get paid to do this.
Oh, that's the fucking worst, bro. Come on, bro. Like, I get it. Capitalism, you are what you pay for.
No.
All-Star makes a lot of money for the owners.
Like, a
lot of money for the owners, and you gotta revenue share that. I'm not opposed to that, but go fuck yourself and play some goddamn defense.
Literally go fuck yourself, dog. Yeah. But I also understand them because there's gonna come a time where like you're gonna be forgotten and you're not gonna make money off of this.
That was it. No.
So I understand the work that they put in. Like I don't want to like dog these people because like they're doing all these different
capitalist.
things.
Yeah. It's like saying, dog, like all of a sudden, say for instance, you're one of the best DJs. Yeah. As an example.
I am.
As an example. You're what nobody knows who you are.
Look at Gus's face because it's like,
I'm not.
Mind you, this is the guy that I would pick to like ride for me. Like you would be my reference. Like, hey, you want to DJ at Live? Okay, send me your reference.
Yeah, call my manager.
I don't know about that.
What I'm saying is like, imagine if you were the club owner and all of a sudden you were one of the top DJs, you DJ'd the best thing around, and all of a sudden they did an all-star bash and like you were chosen every single year. And now you're 12 years in and they're not paying you. It's just because there's a big time glow. Yeah. And you're like, nah, player, hold on, dog. Like at the end of the day, they're putting asses on seats because people are coming to see me.
Right.
Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like they're putting ass. I mean, I get it, and they're gonna make their money off of it. But it's also
but the
for,
owners
like, the
are
culture,
gonna eat.
dog.
Yeah, but the owners are gonna eat all
because
that.
the owners are the owners, dog.
Bro. This is a business, bro. This is a business. From a business standpoint, if you were to ask me as a fan, no, don't pay them. This is fun. You guys are gonna get paid millions of dollars, whatever. But as a business owner and a capitalist, the owners are making thousands. Fuck out of here.
Millions of dollars.
They're making millions of dollars on the All-Star game. If you're gonna play there for free, you're not gonna get paid for it, and you want me to play defense? Nah, player. You're gonna have to pay me. You're gonna have to
I
pay.
know you're just playing devil's advocate here, dog.
No,
but like,
I'm not.
No,
I'm not. Like,
listen, my thing before we move on to the next topic is these motherfuckers will play at Rucker Park or one of these pickup games, and they'll go fucking balls to the wall, dude.
Yeah,
and
bro.
for no money,
for the culture.
No money, for the culture.
For the
So
culture.
like, the fact that you're like, hey, we should get paid for this. Like, nah, Papa. If you're going balls to the wall at Rucker Park,
yeah, but it's summer league though. They
it
usually
doesn't
do it in
matter,
the
man.
summer.
Nah, man.
They do it in the
doesn't
summer.
matter,
They do it in the
dog.
summer.
It doesn't matter,
dog.
man.
I disagree.
Nah,
I'm with the owners. Fuck it. You want me to say it? I'm with the owners.
With the owners, dog. This is about bread,
these
dog. This
players.
is money, dog. And that's what it's gonna be, dog.
Let's go capitalism,
Oh yeah.
baby.
Speaking of fuck these players, did you see that the other Bulls players are going on a no bowl tour?
How does he do it? How does he?
Unbelievable.
How does he
It's
do
unbelievable.
it, man?
Every
It's
week.
great.
Every
Dog,
week
I
they do
knew
it.
it was
Yeah,
coming.
yeah, yeah.
I knew it was coming.
I saw it
literally
You
but
saw the
still.
setup.
It's like I was like a damsel in distress, dog. I was tied up to the railroad.
I was like
saw
deer
the
in the
train
headlights.
coming, and I still got tied up, dog.
Deer in the headlights.
It's crazy.
It's whatever,
it's a
man.
talent, my brother. How
It's-
are you so smooth with it, dog?
I knew you guys saw the setup coming.
I didn't.
No, you didn't see the setup
I
coming.
saw when you got serious and you do this face. I was like, oh, here comes the transition, but
then
it's not gonna happen.
And
Boom.
it never- and it
happens.
but it did come, but
it's
it
like
did
the
happen.
hot girl. You never thought you were gonna smash, and all of a sudden she's
And
like,
now
dog,
here you
let's
are,
go home.
smashing.
Let's go
Let's
home.
go
And you're
home.
like, oh, how did I
Fourth
do this?
quarter, baby. Let's go.
Put your fours up,
So
baby.
we all saw. We all
baby,
saw.
four.
So we all saw the Jordan documentary, right?
Of course.
The Bulls. What was that? The
Legendary.
Last Dance,
Last
right?
Dance, of course.
Which
ESPN.
was a beautiful documentary.
Was that part of the ESPN 30 for 30?
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it?
Was it?
No,
It wasn't necessarily 30 for 30.
By the way,
but it was
top-
like during the COVID times.
By the
It
way,
was during COVID.
side note, top two 30 for 30s of all time. Run, Ricky, Run.
Come on.
And the two Escobars.
Come on. Baba.
Come on. That's
Come on.
No, they weren't.
And the U, baby.
And the U, and the U, and the U,
U's
and the
number
U.
one,
Sorry,
baby.
top
First
three,
of
top
all,
three.
there's two off rip. Top one and number two, is the U and the U part 2.
Okay, but what's okay, but what's your
And
third
that's
one?
like there's
But
stats to back that up.
What's third?
Also.
What's the third? Run, Ricky, Run is arguably right. The two
The two-
Escobar.
I would say the two Escobars. I would
is
say the two Escobars.
Iconic.
Yeah, I think the two Escobars.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And Run Ricky Run was. I think all the 30
dude, Run
were
Ricky
good.
Run was
Yeah, it really
incredible,
good.
bro.
The Bo Jackson one was.
Oh,
really
the
good.
Bo
Yeah,
Jackson
was
one. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay.
But I would say the two Escobars were better than
Two
both of
Escobars,
those.
it was like a feature film.
Yeah, it
right.
was.
Like let's keep it a buck.
Beautiful.
It was.
thing.
It was
a beautiful
almost.
thing
Yeah, it was beautiful
at the right time.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
They don't
at
do
the right
30
time.
for 30s no more, right?
No, they don't.
Okay, all right. Anyway, go ahead.
But so the Jordan documentary comes out, and this was directed essentially by Michael Jordan, right?
Bro,
He
drink
made
your shit, you
Shut
little
up,
bitch.
No, I'm a little under the
Come
weather,
on,
dog.
come
Give me
on,
a second.
come on.
It was pretty much like guided by Michael Jordan, right? So I understand that maybe Michael Jordan wanted to make himself seem bigger, but like the thing is, Michael Jordan's the greatest player of all time. So yes, he's gonna make himself seem like it because that's what he is.
Because he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT, right? So
Bitch ass Gallo
but
thinks
we-
LeBron is the GOAT.
That's not true.
Okay, because I was about to get off
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
set.
yeah,
Like I was gonna make the awkward, like a podcaster leaves the set, upset, throws drink at him, at the producer.
The title was like Melo walks out, and the
Just
thumbnail was
standard
just you
Gus.
walking away.
Just upset, like fucking.
Yeah.
So-
Standard Gus talking
Yeah,
standard
yeah,
shit.
no.
But there was people that was upset, mainly Scotty Pippen, a couple
whose
other,
wife fucked Future
and Michael Jordan's son,
currently.
who they broke up, by the way. They broke
No.
up, of course. What do you think was gonna happen? Yes, they broke up. Who gives a
But
fuck?
they're saying it's a little, one of those.
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives
bro?
a fuck?
Yeah,
Who
honestly, who gives a
cares?
fuck? But so Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and what broke my heart, Luke Longley, are a part of this
legend.
tour
Legend.
called Luke Longley, man. Is so
Legend.
underrated. He was a
Legend.
huge part of that team. If anybody knows anything about anything,
more than maybe Horace Grant.
more than fucking Horace Grant, bro. Who are you, Horace Grant? Honestly, if Horace Grant never wore the glasses,
Nobody
I
who
wouldn't
knew.
even know who the fuck you were.
Oh, you know Horace Grant?
Bro,
No,
I'm gonna tell you some crazy ass shit
Horace
right
Grant.
here,
Horace
bro.
Grant.
Yeah,
Horace
Horace
the guy
Grant.
with the glasses.
Oh,
Horace
yeah,
Grant.
Horace
Oh,
Grant,
okay.
The
You also
guy-
played for the
like,
fucking
that's
Magic.
how you know you're
Loser.
trash, Papo.
Yeah,
like, come on, dude.
Come on, you're
Oh, they
fucking,
know you because you wore fucking glasses. You loser.
You loser. You
What
loser.
upsets me
and
is-
he did it for the gram.
And he did it
for
for
the gram. You didn't have to
gram.
wear those glasses,
Yeah.
my boy. You could have wore regular glasses.
literally
but no,
coulda- no,
I'm
now he had to do the whole
I'm gonna go
thing.
fucking do the butterfly,
Because I
fucking
suck.
breaststroke, because I'm a stupid ass and wear fucking Michael Phelps glasses. Like,
Exactly,
come on,
dog.
come on, you're a
Exactly,
fucking
dog.
loser, bro.
Let's be serious.
That's like when LeBron wore the fucking black carbon fiber mask, and they told him to take it off because he's a fucking idiot.
It was cool at the time. I'm not
No,
gonna lie.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, oh yeah, let's go with the black mask.
Fuck the Celtics.
So it's Scotty Pippen, shocker, Horace Grant, and then breaks my heart, Luke Longley are going on this no bowl tour.
What's that?
Think about it, no bowl tour, where they're gonna go and speak specifically in Australia,
where nobody knows shit.
Right? Exactly. And to speak about the real side of what it was like to be part of those teams. What was it like to be part of those teams? Was you rode Michael Jordan's coattails all the way to 6 championships and 2 three-peats. That's the real story. There's nothing else to it. Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Luke Longley would have never won a goddamn thing if Michael Jordan wasn't on that team. So now you want to go because Michael Jordan earned the right to tell his own story, and because they didn't big you up, you're going to get upset and go on a noble tour. Bro, you're washed up, Scotty. Michael Jordan's son fucked your girl, dog. Like, you're washed up, kid. Horace Grant, are you kidding me? Luke Longley, come on. I do love you, Luke. But, like, come on, dude. Like, why are you going to go and bash this guy who taught you and showed you how to be a champion? You have 6 rings to show for this. And now you want to go out there and say, bro, you know what Horace Grant said? That he would whoop on Dennis Rodman.
Hey, dog, people get brave.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Over.
Like, come on, dude. Like, that's all I needed to know about their little bullshit tour. That's what it is, the fucking full bullshit tour, dog. Like, you want to go out here and say the real story. No, what is the real story, dog? The real story is what we all saw unfold. We didn't even need to watch a documentary. We know that Michael Jordan was the greatest player of all time and the greatest champion of all time and brought all of you guys 6 titles. And that's the only clout that you have because of him. And now you're going to come out here and try to say que a different story and get all this stuff. No, dog. I'm upset.
Let's motherfucking go. Shout out to fucking that goddamn monologue. God damn it, dog. It's true, dog.
I got a lot of respect for those players, but like, come on, dude.
Nah, but look, man, the only one that could genuinely have some sort of thing, because at the end of the day, let's keep it a buck. I'm not... And look, bro, no one cares. It's such a nauseating fucking topic what I'm about to go into, and I don't want to make it that because it's not about that. It's not about what I'm about to say. But the only one who has a slightest bit, and it's not even a real argument, but the slightest bit is Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is a top 10, maybe
top 50.
Top 50 player of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
So if he wants to go on it, it's still bullshit. Future still fucked your girl. His son still fucked your girl. Like that still went down. You know what I mean? But he's a legit player.
Yeah.
He's a legit player. Horace fucking Grant.
Luke Longley.
You
were lovable at best, Luke.
My boy. If Steve Kerr would have put that, I would have heard that argument.
Yeah, and
maybe
Steve Kerr took a punch from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he punched him in his shit, and all of a sudden, though, like, all right, you want to talk shit? Like, oh no punch tour? Okay,
no punch tour.
All right, let's hear it, brother. Because
get it.
you 2 championships, arguably 3 championships.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Okay, cool, but like, come on, bro. Like Horace fucking Grant. Are you kidding me?
Whack.
Come on, bro. That's crazy, dog. And it's because they want to make it seem like they were involved more into that. They want to make it seem like they weren't betas to the real guy who is Jordan. Papo, without Jordan, none of you guys are losers.
There will be no
Pippen went to the Trailblazers. He did go to and he was an outstanding player. That's why I can hear it from Pippen. And Pippen almost damn won another fucking ring by himself. Again, I will hear it from him. That's it. Yeah. But these 2 other fucking clowns, because that's what they are, and he's just doing it, nah, I'm not doing that shit. Topic number 3. Motherfuck him, bro. What minutes are we in now?
Yeah, how many minutes are we in? We're going to have to only do 3 topics
What are we
today.
doing?
I mean, what you want to do?
No, what minute are we in?
What you want to do,
bro? We're in it. Let's keep going.
All right.
I gotta go to work, Doug. Like, this might be the last topic.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah. Let's go. Shut up, Horace.
Come on, Luke Longley.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, dog. Keep going. People want to keep hearing.
So we
this
have
shit.
to talk about the cellular blackout that happened. Do you know what happened?
I didn't. I just know that one of the guys that works at GVJ was affected by it.
He was affected by it, so he showed up late to work because it was fucking.
Yeah. No, I just called him because I needed to do something.
I call No Bull.
Yeah. On the No Bull tour. I called him and he was just like, yeah, my phone hasn't been working. And I called him on WhatsApp and he picked up. He's like, yeah, my phone hasn't been working. Like, I think I don't know if they paid the bill. And I was like, what the fuck?
What do you mean they paid the bill?
Yeah. No, he's always here on time. Never shows up on time. He couldn't order an Uber. Like, it was crazy. He didn't have any internet. It was bananas.
Yeah, it was like here's the thing. Like, I'm not a morning person, obviously, right? So I woke up and I just found after the fact that there was no cell phone service, and it happened to like AT&T, T-Mobile. Like, it happened to everybody. I guess it affected AT&T the most, but it actually affected like pretty much every single carrier. That there was like SOS.
Verizon.
It was all this stuff.
That was good. No, Verizon didn't do anything.
Verizon was good?
Verizon was good.
You know?
Not because, or T-Mobile as well.
T-Mobile was, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, T-Mobile and I guess it was Verizon, they were okay, but they did get some of the effects. AT&T got it the worst. Like, they were actually like
what
really
was
bad.
it? Because it's
they
goddamn
really
Russians?
I think it's a Russian song, honestly.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, it's coming.
Let's get political.
Put on the political cam,
put on
Gallo.
the political fan. Yeah, hell yeah. So
no,
what was
but that type of shit is scary, dog. Like, honestly. I know. Here you go. There goes the face. Bro,
the face of
someday there is gonna be some type of cyber attack. The only way that you can attack our country, which is the greatest country on earth, is cyberly. Right? Is that a word? Cyberly?
You just made it one.
I was with you.
Cybertistically. Cybertistically speaking.
I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker, let him cook. Let him cook, boy.
He's been cooking all episode. Let's see, dog.
That boy's standing on business.
And here I go.
Cyberly. Yeah, I get
That's
it.
the first thing I think of. Like, where does this type of shit come from, bro?
But it's really the dependency on the phone that's the big issue.
The dependency on the
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. The fact that we depend so much on our phones is that's the only way that any other country, if they ever wanted to attack us.
Can I tell you some like real kind of deep shit?
Go ahead. Here we go. Put on the Neil deGrasse cam. Put on the Neil deGrasse cam out here, dog.
No, this is the Mingo talk. This is why I talk to my boys and not you.
Literally, look at this.
Nah, the thing about it is like, so like recently, and this is like some real shit. Like, I'm not like, fuck it, it's a podcast, whatever. Like, we're gonna talk about it. Recently, I've realized that like there is a certain amount of brain activity that happens in your head that you can genuinely not fight away because it's churned by your addiction to your phone. And like, as much as I want to sit there and sit on my high horse and be like, oh, well, you know, this doesn't happen to me, or this doesn't, it is what it is, or I can fight it, or I have like this super mental power over technology, the reality is I don't. And I'm bitten by the same bug that bites a lot of us millennials.
Really.
I am addicted to my phone. More specifically, the last, I would say, Monday through Friday. There's a lot of things going on in GVJ, regardless of this podcast, the phone, the YouTube channel, the new store opening, all these things. I'm not here to project all that stuff, but what I'm saying is I've realized the minute I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is grab my phone and I look at the things, and that's an injection of hormones, whether it be good or bad, but it's an injection of adrenaline of a customer being angry, of a customer being happy, of something happening. And I go to sleep and I wake up thinking about this. And I realize that it starts to affect the people around me in general. And so like, I try to mask it and suppress it as much as I can, but your addiction to your phone and constantly being hooked up to something that is feeding you any sort of news is a fucking scary thing. And to your mental health, today, it just happened. I was like, bro, I was so, I didn't know what stress was. You know, I'm like the type of person that my old man never showed stress. He would have the worst day of his life. He'd walk into the door and talk to us like we haven't heard shit. And he was just like, my family is different. I'm going to leave that shit at the door. And I was always proud of the fact that I was able to do that, just like my dad taught me. My mother wasn't like that. You know, she would want to talk about these things. My dad wasn't like that. I never knew what was going on in his work. I ask him to this day, hey, how was work? he doesn't work anymore, but I'm saying like I was good. And then we would just go on to whatever it was. So I always thought I could do that. It got so insanely overwhelming because of my addiction to this and that and like news and like solving problems that I got to a point where I was just like, dog, like I am genuinely stressed. I'm stressed, my boy. And so went into my store. There wasn't anybody at the store. There's nobody at the store. It's just an empty box with a bunch of shit that's moving on. I closed the door. I turned the lights off. And I just sat on the fucking floor. Literally on the floor. I turned my phone off. And I just sat there in silence and just breathed. And it was just the moment that I could get where nothing was happening around me. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. It wasn't this person calling. It wasn't a customer. It was nothing. It was just me sitting down in a fucking black room on the tile and just breathing and just hear myself breathe. I was gonna turn my phone off and I just sat there, dog, for a genuine 7 minutes. And it was the first time in a real long time that I could genuinely say, like, I forced myself not to feel anything that was brought upon me by a little fucking screen, by a little phone in my hand. And that shit was crazy. And that happened. That happened today. Yeah. That's how crazy that is. Yeah. So that's our addictions to phones. Like, imagine if today all technology goes away. There's no more internet. There's no more this. There's no more that. Imagine what our lives are like. Oh, like imagine how overstimulated our brains are.
Society will fall apart, I think, no?
To a certain extent, it will. Imagine the crazy part is that we can go introspectively 30 years ago, right? There wasn't any of this shit. There was just a TV that you would watch. I'm talking about like 1985.
That wasn't 30 years
okay,
ago.
Whatever. 39 years ago. Yeah. Cool. Now we're sitting there. There's no nothing. There's no technology. It's just a TV that you go on and you go home and you flick it on. Otherwise, you're interacting. You're doing human things. Yeah. Imagine if all that shit is plugged away and you're back to 1985 where there is none of that.
It wouldn't be a bad thing, I guess, for the people that lived it.
But it would be a
really bad thing for everybody else.
Yeah, and like that's news today. Yeah. But had it been 1992 when cell phones were like this and you had to pay $250 a month for a fucking cell phone and your cell phone went out, be like, oh, okay, cool. We're back to the same shit that we were always in. Nothing. Back to talking to each other.
But now we rely so much. We've given that so much power.
We've given it so much power. And it wasn't until today that I realized the stress of that. I've never been stressed like that in my life. Yeah. And I think that, of course, a lot of things are going on right now. There's big changes in my life that are happening, and I'm reacting to that. But just the beauty of silence, the beauty of not having a phone, the beauty, you know what I thought about today, bro, was fucking crazy? I thought about today, the only hour, other than the fact that I'm sleeping, the only hour that I don't look at my phone and that I don't check this podcast or that I do anything that has to do with injecting any sort of information in my body, is when I do this podcast. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking crazy? The hour. I've never looked at my phone. I don't know what notifications are out there. If there's some sort of emergency happening.
Even me, to a certain extent, I look at my phone. You've seen it.
Even to a certain extent, there's a part of me right now that doesn't look at my phone. Yeah. And maybe that, a part of me is kind of like, oh, maybe I should look at it. Maybe what if there's an emergency, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's me talking to my boy on a podcast, and there's no injection of technology that affects my well-being, my mental health, and my mental thing. And I think that, like, today I learned a crazy lesson. And maybe I'm just projecting this on this fucking stupid podcast. Maybe. Because it is what it is. But there has to be a part of me that has to begin to disconnect. Even if it's for an hour a day, even if there's no technology, no nothing. I'll tell you a crazy little story right before I give it to you. Today, or a couple days, we've started doing this shit with my girl. And I get home and she'll cook, and we won't turn on the TV when we eat. And it feels weird in the beginning. Isn't that crazy? Like, we get to the crib, she'll have like food or whatever, and we'll just eat. And it'll just be her and I.
No phone, no TV, no nothing.
No TV, and it'll just be her talking. And I'm just sitting there like...
As it should be, though.
As it should be, right. As it should be.
I mean, that's the way we grew up.
Yeah, and that's what I told... Like, that's what she told me. She's like, we grew up like this. We were kids. Like, our parents didn't talk. Son, we had to go sit down and you got to eat. And we all had to sit down as a family. Yeah. No phones, no iPads. We're just sitting there fucking talking. And I did it. And the first, 2 or 3 days, I was like, no, let's watch The Office. And she was like, no.
Put something,
put something on. But then now, It's nice.
Yeah.
Now we sit down, like just before we got here,
Yeah.
we literally sat there, no TV. TV was off. And we just sat there and we just talked and we just ate.
Yeah, you had a weird look in your eye when you first
No,
got here.
it's just, you know what I'm saying though? But
Nah,
it's like,
fuck with you. Yeah,
of course. You know, I didn't want to get so deep about like not having a phone for a couple of hours, but like, was it that big a deal?
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it was a big deal. And I think it was the Russians, with all that being said.
And fuck Putin. And he killed that guy in the prison.
But we're going to wrap it up with 3 topics because I actually do have to go.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I know, I have to go. Genuinely, I have to go.
Shut up. How many minutes has it been?
That's crazy.
It's an hour.
It's an hour. So
yeah, all right, cool. All right, guys. We'll wrap it up.
It was the Russians, though. Like, you went a lot deeper than it should have been because it was the Russians.
I didn't mean to go into that crazy-ass rant, but
well, you know Neil deGrasse, dog. You know, the Neil deGrasse in you couldn't let it be, dog.
I just want to mention real quick, I sent a little picture to this girl I'm speaking to. You know? And she's like, yo, is my man's wearing the same shirt?
They're gonna think it's a re-upload. My old man's gonna roast you again.
It's a different hue. Go fuck yourselves, okay?
Let's go, guys. As you know, it's the VVS Podcast. It's Mello the DJ. My boy Gato the producer. Check us out every Sunday, 12 o'clock on YouTube. It'll be out. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Let's go. I'll be back in my flannel next week again.
Let's go.